Hello! Do you want to communicate musical ideas easily? Do you want to be able to play any song in any key and understand what's going on harmonically? Do you want to play better solos? Do you want to be a better songwriter? Then you've come to the right place. If you learn to understand the concept of diatonic chords and how to apply it, you'll be off to a great start on achieving all of those four things. So let's get started. Welcome to this episode of Things with Strings. Let's talk about diatonic chords today. Think of a scale. It could be any scale, but let's take a C major scale as an example. Seven notes, and then it repeats in higher octaves. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, etc. If we play more than one note of a scale at the same time, then we get a chord. Let's give the notes numbers. C is the first note, D is the second note, etc. If we play the first, third and fifth note of a C major scale at the same time, we get a chord. It sounds bright and happy regardless of what instrument we play it on. It's a C major chord. If we go to the second note in the scale, play it, move two notes up the scale and play that note, move another two notes again and play that, we have the second, fourth and sixth notes of the scale. It sounds dark and sad. It's a D minor chord. The reason why it's not a major chord like the first one is because it's a minor third interval up from the root note and then a major third interval up from the third note, from the second to the third note of the chord. This is easiest to see on a piano. So, root note, 3 half steps up, 1, 2, 3, then 4 notes up, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's minor. If it's 4 notes up, then 3 notes up, then it's major. Going back to the talk about diatonic chords, here are all the diatonic chords in C major. Note 1, 3, 5 of the C major scale is C major. Note 2, 4 and 6 of the C major scale is D minor. Note 3, 5, 7, E minor. Note 4, 6, 1, F major. In this instance, 1 is the first note, just an octave higher. The scale repeats itself, remember? So, note 5, 7 and 2 of the C major scale is G major. Note 6, 1 and 3, A minor. Note 7, 2 and 4 of the C major scale is a B diminished chord. Now, the diminished chord is mostly used in jazz music, and it is different from the others because it is 2 minor thirds on top of each other. So root, 3 half steps up, and 3 more. This pattern of diatonic major and minor chords would be true for other major keys as well as C major. Major chord, minor chord, minor chord, major chord, minor chord, and diminished. Because of this, we can give these chords numbers and talk about chord progressions in a general sense, regardless of what key we're playing the song in. We often write it in Roman numerals like this: 1 chord, 2 chord, 3 chord, 4 chord, 5 chord, 6 chord, 7 chord, and 1 chord. This is extremely useful for several reasons. Here are just 3. 1. Communicating musical ideas. Say you're practicing with a band. You've prepared a song in C major, but the singer's voice is a bit worn out that day, and they ask if you can put the song down a semitone. No problem, you say. You can play it in B major too if you've practiced diatonic chords in B major, because you know the chord progression goes 1, 4, 6, 5 in the verse and 4, 5, 6 in the chorus. Reason number 2. When you're practicing your instrument, you'll get familiar with all the common chords in each key, which makes it much easier to predict what chords are gonna show up in a song. When you're trying to learn how to pick out songs by ear, this information is invaluable. It's also great for practicing soloing over certain key changes. If you practiced soloing over a progression that goes from the 1 chord to the 4 chord, you learn that it sounds extra great if you go from the 3rd note of the scale to the 4th note, just as the chord changes. This is called playing a leading tone, or playing the chord changes inside of your solo. I'll have another video exploring that topic on my channel, link in the description when it's ready. And reason number 3 why this concept is useful is when you're writing music, you can try coming up with combinations of the 7 diatonic chords and see what happens. If you listen to songs by other songwriters and you like what you hear, try discerning what the chord changes are using the system of Roman numerals. Take the ideas you hear and apply them to your own songwriting. For instance, the chorus of Let It Be goes 6, 5, 4, 1, 1, 5, 4, 1. It's a great song, but Paul McCartney does not have a copyright on this chord progression. It's in many songs, so you can use it as well for whichever part of your song you'd like. I'll have another video about the study of chord progressions in songwriting on my channel. Link in the description when it's ready. The concept of diatonic chords is the same for other keys that are not major. For instance, this is a C mixolydian scale. It has a lowered 7th step. The chords of C mixolydian are different, but the concept is the same. And if you understand it, you can apply it here as well. C, F, B flat major, and C major. So here you go. Some great reasons why you should understand the concept of diatonic chords and how to apply it. Just work your way through one key at a time and you will discover a lot. Alright, thank you for watching this episode of Things with Strings. If there's anything else you want to learn about, let me know down in the comments. I do lessons on stringed instruments, singing, songwriting, ear training, music theory, and music production. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.